Drivin Ivan here, and behind me a 1970 Chevy El Camino SS Tribute. You know, Harley Earl liked the idea for a Coupe Utility Vehicle, as they called it back then, and he waited. More on that in a second, but me personally, I've always loved the El Camino, and I actually have driven one before, almost bought one, but I'm very excited to drive this one. Will it let me down, or will I be impressed? Let's find out. Well, of course I'm impressed with the shape. How could you not be? Utility in the back, and pretty much 1970 Chevelle up front. Very cool. Yeah, from this angle, you'd be hard-pressed to tell it apart from the 70 Chevelle SS, and that's one of the reasons why everybody likes the 70. The shape was changed for 1970, as was the Chevelle, and also the interior a bit too. So the best of all worlds, perhaps. I find it to be pretty striking and cool from any angle. Basically a muscle car, basically a Chevelle, and basically cool transportation and a standout at any car show, all in one very, very utilitarian package. Top notch. No trunk to speak of course, being a pickup truck. Just pull that latch and let it down, not very gently in that case, but look at that. Truck bed, and even got some rocks for doing a little bit of yard work right there. Yeah, the classic muscle car that you can drive to a car show and drive to the drag strip, and also use as you would your normal pickup truck. Yeah, like I said, 1970 Chevelle was my first car. If you want to know what I drive and what I own, check out What Does Drivin Ivan Drive, and you'll see my Chevelle in that video. There's two videos actually. The music video is the most updated one, but this is a very familiar view to me because yes, I had the 1970 Chevelle as my first car, and I burned out my cigarette lighter, which looks like it might have happened here. By the way, if you know where that car is, I saw it on the Beltway about 6 years ago with North Carolina tags on the trailer. So if you know where that car is, I'd love to know. But yeah, so many memories just from sitting here. Even the seats. I wanted to put white seats in mine actually, and I never did, but I did put them into my Porsche 911. So yeah, I have white gauges in that, and white seats to match. So yeah, sometimes wearing jeans you might get some marks, so they're a little bit tough to keep clean, but I love the style of them. There, of course, is your heating, ventilation, air conditioning controls, and more modern radio there. Aftermarket wood wheels, certainly. Windshield wiper washer right there. It's just, yeah, all comes back because I think I owned the car for like 16 years or so. This was not on mine. All these extra gauges, the oil, and the amps, and the water temperature, and a really cool tachometer here. Definitely useful additions to a car like this. Just a normal glove box, same as in my car. My car had power windows and power door locks, so that was a little different. But there you go, Chevrolet, and the brake, and the pedals, all there, and really very, very decent interior for a car of this age. You even get a little space behind the seats there for storage, and they've got some nice speakers in there. But all in all, just a really cool 70s interior, very comfortable, cushy seats, and everything you need and not much else you don't in terms of luxury. But yeah, a very, very cool interior. Tell me what you think of the wood steering wheel in the comments. Well, you could get a V6 in your El Camino, or you could get a V8. The 396 was, of course, the SS. Now, this is a Tribute, so it has like Edelbrock heads and some other modifications. But you were looking at about 360 horsepower in that engine. And you could get the larger one, and that was good for 450 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque. That was absolutely huge. But this is basically the SS with that 396. So there you go. Mine had a 307. I like to say it couldn't get out of its own way with a Rochester carburetor that nobody could tune, but This one seems to have the get up and go. Let me see. I'm very excited to drive it. Okay, so behind the wheel for the first time of this 1970 El Camino SS clone, and man, it just brings back so many memories. The way the transmission feels, the way the brakes feel, even the way the power feels. You know, they're muscle cars, but if you compare them to the speed of today that you get in cars, it's just not even close, honestly. But still, this was a lot of speed back then, so that feel is what you're going after, that kind of loud noise when you mash the throttle. That's what you want in these cars, and that's what you get. Take the turn and then I'll lay into it a bit. There you go. That big American exhaust there, and this beautiful, very usable pickup truck slash car. And that's what Harley Earl was going after, but he waited. Why did he wait? He probably had the idea in the earlier 50s. But the Ford Falcon was out there, and he liked the Ford Falcon, the Coupe Utility Vehicle, but at the same time, you know, maybe he had second thoughts and didn't think it would be a good seller. But when it was a good seller, well, that's when he wanted to get involved, and he gave the go-ahead for the El Camino, and the rest is history. They were built from 1959 to 1960, and then again from 1964 to 1978. They also made about 500 in 1979, but they sold 1 million of these. These were very popular vehicles. They really caught on with the American public, and for good reason. Again, it's a truck. It's a muscle car, muscle truck. And it's also a great daily driver that you can probably fit 3 people in. And that's what you want, you know? This compact coupe utility vehicle could do anything that a guy or a girl could want it to do in the 70s and throughout the 80s as well. And that's why these were so popular. What about values? Well, this one is on Hemmings for $24K, right in there. I've seen them for around there, all the way up to $195,000 right now for the totally pure, absolute SS 396 El Camino. So there you go. I think this is actually a pretty good buy. You'll definitely want to test drive any used vehicle, I think, before you buy it. But if you know what you're doing, you can buy them sight unseen. I just like to drive things first. But this is a nice driving vehicle. I wouldn't say it's in perfect condition, but it's in very good condition for a car of its age. And just brings back so many memories to me. And I really enjoy it. I think it's great. And I think it's a great value classic that you can drive every day, drive to a car show, and even still use as a truck. So there you have it. Don't forget to smash that like button. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out all my car reviews. Free Your Mind music video has a lot of my car collection. What does Drivin Ivan drive? My literal video for Chris Isaac's Wicked Game. Check out my disc golf videos, guitar reviews. And again, thanks for watching. I'm Drivin Ivan.